Hi, this is Diane Lovetobake on YouTube, and what we're going to make are cookies, and we're going to make what are called chocolate thumbprint cookies. So they're a pretty common cookie, but they, I think, are a great tasting cookie, and they're easy to make. And if any of you have watched my videos before, you know that I like easy, quick recipes. But again, I like them to turn out to be great tasting cookies. So let's get started. First, you're going to start off with 1 cup of, and some of you are going to say, oh, no, I don't like it. But 1 cup of margarine, whatever brand. Now, have I made this recipe with butter? Yes, I have. And I've been pleased with both of them. But to be honest with you, I got more compliments when I made it with margarine rather than butter. So your choice, but 1 cup of that you want. I've had it at room temperature. I've cut it up into small pieces because it's easier to cream and break up that way. Now, you can use your hand mixer if you prefer. I'm using the stand-up, as I always say, because it's quicker and faster for the videos. So, I'm going to warn you about the sound, but I'm going to get that broken up and creamed. Alright, the next thing that you're going to beat in and cream is 1 cup of granulated sugar. Now, of course, stay with it and beat it till it's all combined. I kind of move it along because of the video, and I use a little bit higher speeds because of the video. But take your time. It might take you, 2 minutes. I don't know. It might take you 3. It really depends on the speed of your hand mixer or your whatever you're using your stand-up. Alright, once you combine those nicely, then you're going to put in a teaspoon of vanilla and beat that in. And the next thing you're going to need is 2 ounces or 2 squares of your unsweetened chocolate. Now, if you don't want to buy the chocolate, you can make your own, and it is cheaper, and that's what I like to do. So I want to explain very quickly, and I'll try to, mention it slowly enough so that, by the way, if you want to write the recipe down, you can, because I no longer post the recipe below the video anymore, and I am sorry about that. But anyway, if you don't want to buy the unsweetened chocolate, and you have to generally melt it and let it cool. In the microwave is the easiest, in a microwave safe bowl. But you can make it by using, actually for the 2 ounces, you can make 6 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa. That's not the drink cocoa or anything like that you drink out of a mug, just the unsweetened cocoa. No mix is what I'm saying. And then put 2 tablespoons of whatever oil that you like. So to make the 2 ounces, if you don't have the unsweetened chocolate that you have to melt, again, once it bears repeating, say it again, you need 6 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa to 2 tablespoons of oil. Your choice, okay? And like I said, I tend to make my own because, I think it's cheaper, and it's something that I just always have in the pantry too. So I'm going to beat that in. Alright, now once you do that, you're going to be putting in 1 egg that's been at room temperature. Now I'm going to warn you about the sound. Okay, and now I'm just going to make make sure, you know, to get to the sides of my bowl here and to the bottom, because everything kind of tends to stick down there. So that's why I'm using my spatula to do that. And blend that however long it'll take you till you know it's smooth, okay? Again, you know, it could take you 3 minutes, it could take you 2 minutes, it could take you whatever. Just stay with it till it's well combined. Okay, now once that you do that, okay, and it'll look like that. I hope I didn't show that too quickly. Sorry about that. Then we're going to work on our dry ingredients. And you will need 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, and you're going to put in 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then just with my little stir here, I'm just gonna whisk it in, stir it in. And if you notice, I'm not using any other soda, baking powder, just the salt. And boy, I tell you, these cookies come out really good. Now I'm just going to start putting a little flour at a time. Go too high on your speed because you don't want flour all over your kitchen. I'm going to put the rest of that flour in. Warn you about the sound. Okay, now once again, I raised my speed because I wanted to move it along. I'm going to take the excess off my paddle here as best as I can. Here. Okay, and set that aside. Okay. And now I'm just going to use my spatula here to make sure that everything is combined. And do a little bit by hand. And that, you know, just takes a few minutes to bring it all together. Okay, let's see. I want to grab a knife here quickly. Okay. And I think I'm going to grab a spoon. I'm having a little bit of harder time because I forgot to put my hand brace on. So moving this around is taking me a little bit longer. Okay, and I think I'm just going to get my hands in there, my clean hands in there. Just to work the dough a little bit. Okay, again, I should have had that hand brace on. Okay. All right, and then you're going to get a nice cookie dough ball out of it. Okay? Now, what you're best to do is wrap this in some plastic wrap or put it in a covered container and chill it. and you want to chill it for at least about a half an hour because it's easier to work with. It's not that you can't work with it, but you're gonna appreciate just chilling this nice chocolate dough. Okay, so let me rinse my hands quickly here. And I'm going to grab some cookie dough that has been chilled. A small ball of it. And it looks like this. So you can see that beautiful chocolate color, and oh, this smells so good when you bake these cookies. And you're going to need, of course, a cookie sheet or cookie pan or whatever that you're going to bake them in. I'm using parchment paper, but you don't have to. You don't need anything. You don't have to grease it. You don't have to spray it. You can use your Teflon mats if you prefer. But like I said, I just laid down the parchment paper. And then either take, a 1-inch ball and roll it in your hands. Now, they're not really going to spread out, so you can really put them about 1 inch apart, and you can just put that down and then just put a little thumbprint or fingerprint in the center. I actually like to use my small scoop, the one that is about a 1-inch ball, and then I like to just scoop it out, and you can see it's actually easier than rolling, but that's going to be up to you how you do it, whether you want to use your tiny or your smaller scoop or roll it in a ball. And you can see how close that I have put those, okay? And then just put a fingerprint. You don't have to, smash it completely down, just a little bit indentation to it. And I didn't realize, but I put away my chocolate pieces. And I'm just using these milk chocolate pieces and putting them in the center. Now you could put any type of candy in the center that you prefer. Okay. You know what these are. These are little candy-coated discs with milk chocolate inside of them. All right. Now you can get about 6 dozen cookies if you make them this small. Now you're going to bake them at 375 degrees, and they could take you anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. And let them just sit on the hot pan for, a couple minutes before you put them to a cooling rack, okay? Now, I'm going to just set aside this chilled dough here. And once again, I'm going to rinse my hands quickly because I was working with raw cookie dough with egg. And then I'm going to show you what they look like once they're baked up. And this is how they turn out. They're quite colorful. Sometimes I like to make these around Easter time and use the Easter colors. As you can see, being they're green and yellow and orange, and then the ones that are just chocolate color, brown and pink. And the cookie itself will be a hard cookie on the outside, the finish, as well as the bottom. It'll have a nice golden brown. They do bake up very quick, so do check your ovens, because our oven's set up so differently. I start really checking mine about 5-6 minutes. I really do. And don't forget to rotate your trays if you're baking 2 trays at a time. Now when you break it open, though, you will have a chewy type inside to it, so it'll have a bit of a chew to it. So there's the moisture in the cookie. They're not going to be dry or real hard. They're, like I said, the outside's going to be crispy, but when you bite into it, it will have a chewy, fudgy inside. And oh, it's really a delicious little cookie. You really can't stop with just eating one. And they really make a cute presentation, because you can put whatever candies you like, or depending on the holiday or the season, or you could just eat them plain, and they're delicious. So, you know, if you try this recipe and you like it, I'd love to hear from you. But this is where I get into explaining why I don't have the recipe below the video. It is due to, and I'm not alone on this, so many people pinning my work, posting my work, taking my work to other sites, and it's been so frustrating when I see someone's written or commented or had a question and I can't answer you. But if you would just watch me solely on YouTube and you write your comments there, I'm going to get them and I'm going to answer in a timely fashion to you. So, you know, I want to thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake. And by the way, this is my first video, and I did post this on my page, but I hit 20,000 subscribers. So I want to make note to thank each and every one of you folks that subscribed. If you're so inclined and you'd like to subscribe, I appreciate it so much. And if you'd like to give the video a like or ring the bell, well, I can't thank you enough. And again, I want to thank all the people that watch my videos, and especially those 20,000 subscribers. Thank you so much. So give this little recipe a try. I think you'd like it. And I want to again thank you for watching Diane Lovetobake on YouTube. Stay well and stay safe. I'll see you soon.